a 2-minute interview designed to provide you with questions and talking points as you market your hardware, software, and IT services to specific vertical markets. This is the third in a series of interviews. Today's topic is marketing to federal agencies. With us is Lori Kando, president of Kando Consulting Incorporated, who specializes in high-tech industry marketing. Welcome, Lori.
Thank you.
Let's review the why question. Why focus on any industry as opposed to a horizontal marketing approach?
Well, that's a good question, and it continues to be a good debate. More than ever, today's chief officers in both the public and private sector expect their IT vendors to understand their missions and solve their problems. In the public sector, this requires many times contributing directly to managing the monetary appropriations by offering complex customer solutions.
So how do you come up with, or what drives the development of this type of solution?
Well, simply put, and as many marketing experts will tell us, in the private or public, there are industry trends that cause strategic reaction, which generally translates into a technology initiative, which finally defines what software, hardware, and services are required.
Okay, makes sense. So why are we looking at federal agencies, and what trends are we seeing in this vertical market?
Well, that's simple. The federal government is taking more control of the U.S. spending, which will include taking more control of the overall IT spending. Now, I do have to caution myself here and the audience, because as we target the federal market, we're going to have to make sure we sub-segment this space. There are distinct differences among the agencies. For example, the Department of Defense responds differently to industry trends than, say, the intelligence agencies or civilian agencies.
Well, yes, I hear that strategic reactions will vary among federal agencies, but are there any common trends or discussion points that this audience can use when beginning their dialogue with the federal market?
Well, yes, there are several major trends that many federal agencies are experiencing, and let's look at three of them. One, we've got increase in security threats. Two, the public workforce is becoming more mobile and dispersed. And finally, agencies are experiencing great pressure to bring down their costs of purchasing and distributing supplies when and where needed.
So looking at these pain points, it sounds like federal agencies need to react quickly and strongly. So what is happening? How are federal agencies coping?
Well, let's take one of these trends, the cost pressure on supply chain management, and then map it to a likely, say, military response. Pushed by this force, chief supply officers are seeking better ways to oversee their daunting 24/7 task of managing gigantic inventories and a complex just-in-time distribution of supplies to troops.
Okay, so what can IT vendors do to help?
Well, here's where we as IT vendors really play an important role. As providers of different services, hardware and software, we're forming important alliances, the HPs, the SAPs of the world, and we're putting together state-of-the-art supply chain management solutions for the military. These solutions, in fact, include the best master data management software, which helps ensure integrated, clean asset information. It includes the latest in ERP software, which provides the most sophisticated analytics. And of course, it includes the most secure 24/7 available hardware.
So do you have any examples of military agencies taking on these problems and trying new technologies?
Well, sure. The Defense Department recently piloted a radio frequency identification tracking system, which is so interesting, as it helps to identify and locate needed parts. Well, this IT solution can ensure a multi-million-dollar aircraft isn't sitting idle on some aircraft carrier waiting for a part, which of course saves taxpayers millions of dollars.
Sounds like challenging times for the military and other federal agencies.
Oh yes, you bet. Just for fun, I do have to ask you a quick question, and the audience. So conservatively, what would you estimate the Department of Defense will save with this radio frequency identification tracking system? And I have to give you a hint that it's in the tens of millions of dollars over a 5-year period.
Okay, well, thanks for the hint. I'll guess right in the middle, $50 million.
Okay. Well, the DoD spokesperson stated that our most conservative estimate of what the department can save is about $70 million in a 5-year period, and our most optimistic estimate is about about 1.7 billion.
Billion. Wow. Well, thanks, Lori.
If you have any questions, here's Lori's contact information.